Hey everyone, welcome back to Do Upon the YouTube channel. We talk all things media. How is everyone doing? Who's doing well? And as always, I'm joined by my fellow co-host Aztrail.
Hello, everybody.
And today, guys, we'll be doing a season review, not an episode review. And we'll be doing a season review of Wonder Man, the latest and newest and the first season of, the first show of this year in Marvel. Um, so Wonder Man. This was a very different type of show for sure. But Will isn't going to do
Definitely
like
not used to all episodes at once.
mm, Will is not going to do. Will's not going to do a full, obviously a full on breakdown because that's too much to do. He'll just do a gist type deal at the minute. So Will, let's go.
So we've got Mr. Simon Williams, aka Wonder Man. He's an actor. He's trying to make it big in the space of Hollywood. The show itself is very much I'm gonna call it like an action comedy sort of thing. It's also kind of tearing the shit out of Hollywood and its like practices and stuff, which was very funny. We obviously have Trevor Slattery back, aka the Mandarin from Iron Man 3, and also Shang-Chi. Um, he's back. Very impressed with his character actually, which was probably the biggest surprise for me. Um, but the main premise of the show is the Department of Damage Control are having their funding cut because of um well, their maximum security superhero prison is half empty, and so the only way to secure funding is to obviously arrest some dangerous superheroes. The only problem with that is they've chosen Simon Williams. Uh, so Trevor is apprehended when he returns to the States after the events of Shang-Chi. He's given a deal. He won't go back to prison if he does a bit of spy work for them. He does at first. He gets close to Simon. They bond and stuff. But then he turns away from uh, what they were asking because he doesn't feel good about it. He doesn't sit there and enjoy spying on Simon. He thinks Simon's a good guy, um, all that sort of stuff. So he turns on the department. Simon is a bit unstable. His powers are a little bit temperamental. Obviously, he has control over like the ions and stuff, and like bonds and and like molecular structures and stuff. That's why he's able to like destroy shit and why he like explodes and stuff. He destabilizes shit. It's pretty cool. Um, they meet up with big producer Von Kovac, who some of you will have obviously recognized from uh, Superman last year. Uh, they get the parts of Wonder Man and Barnaby, and they set off to shoot. Only while they're shooting, a reporter for the New York Times comes and does a profile on both of them. Uh, Sort of reveals that Trevor made the deal with the government. Simon confronts him. Trevor tells the truth. Simon walks away, goes into the set, and just annihilates it with his powers. But before the Department of Damage Control can get him, Trevor does something. Trevor takes back the role of the Mandarin once more and basically confesses that it was him that did the bombing and that it was an advanced sort of like confusion thing uh, for like the American people. So he gets arrested. He gets taken to that maximum security prison. In the epilogue of the show, Simon sort of goes about and does some of his own spy work. He manages to infiltrate the prison, and he and Trevor fly off into the distance. But while we're doing that, the guy from Spider-Man No Way Home and now this uh, mentioned that Simon Williams would be a great prisoner slash threat or a great asset. So we've probably not seen the last of Simon Williams or this Department of Damage Control member. But yeah, that was basically Wonder Man. It was a lot more light-hearted than like what we're used to with Marvel. I think a lot of its humor landed relatively well. I think that it would have been very easy for them to overdo it. Um, Personal favorite joke was probably where have I seen this guy before? I'm pretty sure he was a terrorist. That was pretty funny. I liked that one. Uh, Trevor and Simon's dynamic, loved that. I'm genuinely surprised with how much I enjoyed Trevor's character. I did not enjoy Trevor in Shang-Chi like nearly at all. I thought he was okay, but he's super complex in this one. He's got a nice range to him. And he does he does some pretty cool stuff. Simon Williams, again, personally, I was ready to like tear this show to pieces. I was ready to sit there and go, yeah, this show sucks. It is exactly the same as every other MCU show that we get, but it's not. Is it the best show that we've had from the MCU? I don't think so. I would say that it's probably on par with something like it's definitely not as good as Loki. Loki is
No,
probably still like the
it's
top.
definitely not on par with a lot of the shows that we've had.
It's not on par with like uh oh, what else? It's not on par with like Daredevil Born Again or thing.
Yeah.
I'd say it's sort of on like a similar level of like WandaVision or Moon Knight. Like it's a pretty good like one-off thing that they've not revisited. And we don't know if they're going to revisit Wonder Man in a show format or if he'll appear in a movie or whatever. I would like to see more of him. I think that he is very interesting. I think he's got a lot of potential. Kind of curious about the origins of his powers
If they need to
because
explain it, I bet
if
they're gonna go to the mutant route.
if they're going with Secret Wars being like a reset, I wonder if we're gonna get like maybe Wonder Man as like a founding member of the X-Men, which would be a very different take. Would also be pretty cool.
Hmm.
And would also be because they have started to like introduce the term of like mutant and stuff.
Well, I said
So
they changed Miss Marvel to a mutant instead of
so I am
an
hopeful.
Inhuman.
It's made me more excited for Marvel projects in the future. Obviously, we have Daredevil Born Again in March. We have Vision Quest is supposed to be this year.
Yeah.
Uh, Obviously, Spider-Man and Avengers Doomsday are
So we get
also
two
this year.
movies and a few shows this year.
Overall, I'm probably I'm probably leaning to go with like
Oh, you
a
cut out.
7. I think a 7 will probably be where I sit
Um,
with Wonder Man. I
I'm
can't rate it much higher because he doesn't really do anything power wise. and one of the episodes is like a full black and white flashback for Doorman, who I didn't bring up at all, but Doorman was pretty cool.
Yeah, Doorman, from what I've learned, he has similar abilities to uh Cloak from Cloak and Dagger. He has similar abilities, but he is a different character. It just has the same connection to the realm that uh, the Cloak does.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say a 7. I think a
Yeah, I'm
7
gonna
is
agree.
fair.
I think a 7 is fair, and I think it was a good change of pace for a
Yeah.
show.
Not every show needs to be like an end of the world threat. And I know that is like a discourse online, is people are like, there's not much that happens. Not every show or every Marvel project
It's
needs to
also
be
a thing of
the
not.
next biggest
It's
threat.
also a thing of like it's a smaller show and it's more street level in a way. It's not like it's like him trying to hide his abilities so he's not getting arrested by damage control and stuff like that.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with a 7. I'm gonna go. It's a 7 for a Marvel show, which at this point might as well be like as good as it can get
Yeah, we'll see.
because they still haven't got my trust back completely. I'm
Daredevil
still
Born
waiting
Again
for the
is
next
still
She-Hulk.
Daredevil Born Again is still probably in my number one.
I still think they haven't done anything that's topped Loki. I
Loki was
still
just
think
too much fun.
Loki is by far the best.
Loki was just too much fun.
So yeah, a 7. What did you
Yeah,
think?
7. There's nothing much else I can say, but I think it was definitely really fun, different, and just overall a cool show to watch. Uh, so it's the first show of the year of Marvel, and obviously next show we get is Daredevil Born Again. So we'll see how that is as well. But a
It's a much
7,
different take as to what we're used to.
yeah,
And I
basically.
like that because I sort of feel like I am superheroed out
Mm,
and like I'm sick of, oh, look at this next big threat. And it's a similar thing that happens with like MMO style games as well. Is like there's always a bigger threat that somehow appears that no one's ever heard about, and somehow it stayed under the radar for all this time. So I'm happy. I'm actually happy that Simon didn't go crazy after he found out Trevor betrayed him. I am happy that they showed that he does still have some like control, because he could have gone anywhere after he left Trevor's place. He went to the studio because he knew that no one was probably going to be there.
mm. And it looks like at the end there he is more in control of his power.
He definitely has learned some more about his powers because he had zero issues using them.
Yeah, so it's like he's probably learned control and
I
the
wonder
way they
where he
work.
learned the control. Is that something they're going to explore?
We'll
So
see.
imagine they come back and they're like, by the way, he was recruited by the X-Men,
We'll
and
see.
then they're like things. So it would be cool, but yeah,
But I've got
I
nothing
don't
else to
have
say.
anything else.
But yeah, I hope you did enjoy today's video. Let us know your thoughts of Wonder Man. Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Stuff like that. Let us know what you thought of the show. But other than that, guys, we will catch you all in the next video. And see you all later. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
We forget 1,000 things every day, pal. Make sure this is one of them.
Server etiquette!